So this project that is happening on Sickler Road is within a mile of my house. And I am very, very concerned with the environmental impact that it will have on my neighborhood. I'm very concerned with the blasting that will be done to put the footings for this tower in. The geology is a mixture of shale and limestone, and the limestone in the ground is very porous. It is all through my property, it's all through my neighbor's property. And my concern is the effect it's going to have on my drinking water. I'm concerned with the effects it's going to have on the neighboring streams that go downhill into Van Hornsville, into Starkville. Very concerned. My family has had this property 54 years. It is quiet. It is farmland. Bringing this project will introduce sound. Sound that the town feels is quiet enough, but I don't believe so. I believe 50 decibels is too loud. I'm concerned with the health of my family, of what the sound is going to do. Constant sound. The project says that the windmill will create a flicker. As the windmill comes around, it will block the sun and flicker it back to me. I'm concerned about what that flicker will do to my physiology.
Okay, go ahead.
Am I on?
Yes, you are.
Okay, so my name is Marie Armstrong. Actually, my maiden name is Eckler. I grew up in this area. My ancestors moved into this area in the early 1700s. My husband's family moved in here in the 1700s. And this area is unmistakably beautiful. It's an agricultural-based area. Many farms have spent their whole life, we're talking centuries of farms in this area. It's been a very prominent agricultural area throughout the years. It's just, we've had mills, but the feed mill was run by water power. There was a couple of other mills. There was a cheese factory, and I know that each individual landowner is struggling right now financially, and I understand that. Times are hard for everyone, but I really think that there should be other ways for local farmers to not wreck their land with solar panels or windmills. I think that, there should be other grants out there for farmers to help them, and ways that local towns can help them, and not ruin the beautiful farmland that is so rich in this area. So having said all of that, if you have signed up with a windmill company in the area, it is not too late to back out. I would highly recommend going to www.coachny.gov.com for some information. I'm not sure if that's the right address, but my name is Marie. You're welcome to contact me. I have a petition. If you are in opposition of the windmills, you can sign that for the town of Stark. It's coachny.org, sorry. And we have signs available as well. So having said all of that, I hope that the town of Stark board in there tonight knows that we're out here, we're standing together, and we're concerned about this. We're concerned about the groundwater that could be affected by the local town. We're worried about the ice throw from the blades that can travel a mile to a mile and a half away. We're worried about the light flicker that can affect people with Down syndrome, people that have autism, people that have neurological issues. They're very sensitive to that. We're worried about the town, the two windmills that are going to be put up above the school. We're worried about the blasting, how that may affect the groundwater. There's been studies done by the town codes officer from Springfield. The geological study has been done of the ground, which is very much concerned. They are advising residents within a 5-mile radius that it could potentially affect their water sources that far out. So a lot of concern,
I'm with New York Energy and Climate Advocates. So we're an organization that cares very deeply about the environment. We care very deeply about climate change. We think climate change is real and that we should do something about it. Our concern is that the state is pursuing a plan that's not going to actually get us there. And in the process of not getting there, we're going to actually do a lot of ecological harm. And frankly, that's what I think a lot of people in this community are concerned about. They're concerned about losing their farmland. They're concerned about losing the scenic beauty of this part of the state. They're concerned about the noise that will be created. When you look at our state's energy plan, you see an intent to try to solve problems with the most inefficient form of energy that you can possibly think of. Solar and wind. These are resources that have capacity factors of like 20%, 25%, meaning that most of the time they're not producing energy. Most of the time they're sitting there not doing anything. However, you still have to build them. You still have to install them on land. You still have to have wires that connect them all up to the grid. And then you need batteries to move the energy from when you're actually getting it to when you need it. So what you're seeing is a structure that I would call very similar to a Rube Goldberg type of picture. Basically a plan that is going to involve a tremendous amount of outlay of infrastructure, a tremendous amount of wind and solar development, but not a whole lot of energy coming from that. And the irony here is that when you look at the state across the board, the demand for clean energy is downstate. That's where they're burning fossil fuels so much. However, upstate, where we're at, you don't have that problem. We right now already have a pretty clean grid, and it's because we know how to use clean energy like hydropower and nuclear power. The irony is that downstate New York actually made a pretty crazy decision when they shut down Indian Point that resulted in an increase in fossil fuel combustion for energy at the same time that the state is supposedly trying to get off of fossil fuels. So we need to really think the plan that we're pursuing right now and come up with something that makes sense. You know, in my opinion, renewables are part of the solution, but we really need a diversity of resources to actually meet our energy needs, meet our reliability needs, and to be respectful of the communities that are going to be hosting some of these things. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Did you want to make a statement? Do you want to make a statement?